detoxing time. I'm in the detox. We started yesterday. For those who are serious, we'll be meeting tomorrow on a Zoom. If you message me or email me, we can get right into it. So I'm coming from um, a meditation right now, and I'm having this blue lotus tea that's going to add to what I just took with the ayahuasca type medicine, indigenous medicine, and it's really got me on a, that third eye like popping even right now. I can't imagine what kind of dreams I'm going to have tonight. I was going to be, plus I done took the eye drops and whatnot. So just sharing with you all some of what we talked about. I'm going to talk about this time pushing. But the theme for tonight in this meditation was really a lot about forgiveness. Really a lot about forgiving and opening the heart. So I want to share that with you. We're in a space where as we're shifting time, we're entering into the heart frequency, and the heart is the bridge and the breath is the bridge. So when we breathe and we open that heart, we expand that heart, we cross that bridge from the physical into the spiritual. And this has a lot to do with time as well. You know how to exist in time when you know how to breathe through time. The breath of life is also a part of it. So we're discussing some of these things of what's happening, what we're releasing, what we're letting go. How many of us in our bodies we're moving from carbon-based bodies to our crystalline bodies as we shift into this next timeline, as we have just opened up, into this new year, this true year. That's also true for you. Ashe. So just a little bit about what I had today. And for the detox, I got me a little salad. So, yesterday I had a little slip in a detox, had me some fries. The first half of the day was doing good. Later on, had me some fries, needed to get some sweets out my system. And then today, full force on the detox, the detach, right? So, again, if anybody's interested and you're serious, tap in, tune in to Tune Up. We'll be meeting in a Zoom meeting tomorrow so that I can bring up the charts and share with you all how our cravings open up, how our cravings show our emotions. And when you find what the emotion is, the craving subsides. And this helps us to detach, this detox to detach, helping us to detach, not just through foods, but through behaviors, detaching from person, places, and things, depersonalizing. This activity is helping with that, right? So with that said, let's get right into this time pushing. Tap it in, tap it in, tap it in. Let me know, for those of you who are here, has anyone heard of time pushing? Let me know. Just drop in the chat time pushing, or you could just say time if you have. If not, just say no. Let me see where you all are at with moving through time, pushing through time. Has anyone even heard of time pushing? We already know, Wrangler, you know about this time. You understand what the time-space reality is and how we exist in time. So this time pushing, what happens is, and I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of backdrop, and then we go into explaining how we go through it and whatnot. So it started in 2023. I'm doing my soul work, pushing through, doing other work, and it just fell into, I believe I was fasting, and it just fell into, we're going to bed later and later every night. Me, the children, the whole family, to the point where it started to feel dysfunctional. It's like, okay, something's wrong here. Why are we up throughout the whole night? We were cleaning. That's how it started too. We were cleaning, and we just kept cleaning and cleaning, and it wasn't like your regular cleaning. It's almost like we were cleansing something, a big major cleaning. And when we stopped, it was like maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. The children are up, and we're like, what is going on? Bedtime. They go to bed around 5. The next day it happens, and they go to bed around 7. And it just started to keep going. And like by the time it was at 7 o'clock, it was like, okay, something's going on. I had to sit with spirit. Something's going on. It feels dysfunctional. I know people going to be looking at us like we crazy. Like, what do you mean you're going to bed? We wake up late regularly, but this is ridiculous. So I sat and meditated, and Spirit was highlighting and sharing it with me. And Spirit said, don't go back, right? Keep tapping up the hearts. I'm telling you, y'all going to want to hear this one. for those who are new to this time pushing. And Spirit said, don't go back. Because I was like, I'm going to have to pull it back. We need to go to bed like at a regular time. This is like too off. And Spirit told me, no, don't push it back. Move forward. Time doesn't go backwards. Time only goes forward. There is no moving backwards. Even though it may look like it sometimes when we cycle, when we reincarnate and things like that, it may look like you're moving backwards, but no, you're still moving forward. Right? You may return, but the return is to still thrust forward. It's always ever onward, forward movement. So Spirit was showing me, no, time doesn't go back, move forward. And the message I was getting was that you've been doing so much that you are now shifting and sifting through time. And you are basically the captain of the ship in the family. So continue to navigate them through this and move forward. And what it was showing me is every day just keep going to bed a little bit later. You see this pattern of 2 hours, 2 hours. So it's like, okay, so every day you go to bed another 2 hours later and keep pushing. And the way we had to keep track of time was through our meals. So we would get up and we would know it's breakfast time. So of course we'd have the teas, we'll have our breakfast, and then we know, okay, in about 4 hours, it's time to have lunch. This is how we're doing it as a family. And then they have a snack somewhere in the middle, and then we know, okay, by this time, it's time for, dinner. And then after dinner, we go to sleep. So we really was just keeping time through our courses, through our meals. And believe me, y'all, it looks dysfunctional. It feels dysfunctional, right? Look how I got the light beams beaming on me. Y'all know sometimes I get squirreled like that. Welcome in, tap, 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 tap up the heart so that more people can find the pathways, find these frequencies so that you could tap in and see what's happening with time pushing, right? So we're going through and we're pushing the time every 2 days, every day, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. And people are looking at us like, why are y'all going to bed? It's like, what do you mean bedtime is at 12 o'clock? It gets to the point where bedtime is at 1 o'clock in the middle of the day, then 3 o'clock. And it just cycles through. It takes about a whole week to cycle through, or a week and a half. By the time we were finished, you all, I'm telling you this, by the time we were finished, I didn't really understand it until it was done. And by the way, as we're pushing time, we end up going back. So even though we're pushing time, we end up being a day behind everybody else. Because when, let's say today's Tuesday, right? While everybody already woke up for Tuesday in the morning, we didn't wake up yet or go to bed yet. It's like we didn't go to bed yet for Tuesday to wake up. So we'll go to bed, let's say 10 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday when everybody's waking up. But we're going to bed for Monday. We haven't gone to bed for Monday yet. So then we go to bed that Tuesday and then we wake up later on, maybe like way in the evening, Tuesday night, Tuesday evening. And that would be our Tuesday. We're catching up to Tuesday at that time, if this makes sense, right? Stick with me if you can. So then we end up, by the time we cycle through, we end up being a whole day behind everybody else at the end of it. On top of that, we can feel space expand, right? I can't explain this no other way except to say that you can feel it. So once we have gone through and unwind, it's like an unwinding of time. And once we've gone through the entire week, when we're done, we're looking around like, okay, we got what to do, because it just feels like you have so much space to do everything else. Because what happens in the process of you, it's like you're going against the grain of everybody else's time while everybody's sticking to the clock, and we're like unwinding from being stuck to that clock. So as you're going through it in the nighttime when everybody is asleep, we're up, so we have to do things. So it gives us time to like clear the house, get some work done, like get some things out of the way. And then in the day, we're resting when everybody else is up. So when you're up at night, you have nothing but time and space to do a lot of things that you haven't really gotten to do, because all the stores are closed and everything. So you can't go out and be a busybody, with your day, because your day is now nighttime, right? This is just, I'm explaining to you, just going through the process, what it feels like. When your day is nighttime, you're not up and about with everybody else. So in multiple ways, you're unwinding. You're coming out of the Gregorian calendar. You're coming out of mankind's construct of time. Yes, it looks mad. It looks like madness. It seems wild. Oh, I didn't even know that. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the likes and those who have added to it. Do I stop observing the turnaround time for my manifest to integrate quicker, or to be more present? What do you mean by that, Wrangler? My apologies, I'm just seeing the question, but what do you mean by that? Do I stop observing the turnaround time for my manifest? What is the turnaround time? I want to make sure I answer this correctly. Just clarify that for me. Ty, how you doing? Ty Woods. Yeah, that's half. I think he said that's heave or that's half. Ashe. Let me know what you meant by that, Wrangler, just so I know. Let me scroll down. I'm making sure I get everybody here. Hello, Jawan. Peace, love, and light to you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for liking. Continue to tap the hearts, because it helps to open the algorithms, so that our tribe can find us, right? So let me say this as I'm talking about time pushing, and clarify that question for me if you can, Wrangler, of what you were asking about the manifesting, if you can. The Gregorian calendar has us 8 years in advance, right? I want to explain this. Yes, I'm explaining the concept of time pushing and its connection to our soul work. Ooh, thank you, AI. They have us 8 years ahead, right? Let's look at all of this. We're in 2026 according to the Gregorian calendar. We're really in 2020. We're really in 2018. According to the Mayan and the Ethiopian calendars, we're really in 2018, because 2020 was the real 2012. And with that said, that means that the Gregorian calendar has us 8 years ahead. And this is not by accident, y'all. This is no coincidence. 8 is very purposeful on their part. 8 is infinite. So they have us in an infinite lock. In their timeline. Locked into their time grid, into their scope of time. I don't know how many of y'all seeing this, but you're locked into that. This is a spell almost. It's like a spell cast over everyone through the existence of time. So by doing this, this is helping. Remember what I said earlier, that every time I do it, we end up a day behind everybody else. So what Spirit was showing me is to follow through. By the end of this, if you're just going to keep doing this, and every time you do it, you're unwinding the time. You're unwinding yourself, coming out of that infinite lock in time, if that makes sense. And so it's going to dial back, however long it takes, because it's going to dial back till it takes us back to the actual existence of 2018. So we're unwinding every day that they locked us in for 8 years of this infinite lock. And 8 times 12 is, what is it again? 84? I'd be mixing it up. 96, 84. Y'all know whatever 8 times 12 is. My mind ain't on the math right now. Is going to, no, 8 times 8 is 88. So 12 would be 96. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So it may take 96, 8 years, 96 weeks. However you look at it, it's going to take that much of time to unwind. So infinite lock, 8 years, we're unlocking that so that we can have our infinite access back. It's going to be like the universe is saying access granted. And this ain't for everybody. I know it ain't for everybody. Sometimes when I tell people, they're like, man, I wish I could do that. I work, I got a job, I got a 9 to 5. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for people who are already, because that's why they got you at work. You're in a 9 to 5, or you're on a job, then you're locked into their grid. You're locked into their time slot. You check in, you're locked into that. For those who don't work, it's easier to do this for those who are not locked into a job like that. If you work and you work from home and you can make your own schedule, and it works better like that. It's not impossible, but it's very, very difficult. If you are working, you're going to have to make up your mind to commit to it and be like, nope, if you got to take some sick days off or whatever for that time, nope, this is not how it's working. You got to be willing to be late. When them days when it's at a certain time, you be like, nah, this when I get up, this when I'm going to get here, I'm going to be late. When it gets to the point where you're sleeping through the day and you're up through the night, those are the days that you're going to probably have to take off, right? I'm just saying, I'm not telling nobody what to do with their life. I'm just sharing with you how you'll be able to manage it, because I get those questions. And a lot of times I don't give people the answer. I'm just giving it to y'all how Spirit has showed it to me, that it's going to take spiritual, it's going to take discipline. It's going to take you being willing to really go against the grain and not allow their time slot, your job, or anything that is embedded in the time slot to dictate to you how you are going to unwind out of this infinite lock. You have to decide what's more important to you, right? I can't tell nobody how to do it, because everybody, they may have all the excuses in the book. Oh, I can't do it because of this. I can't do it because of that, right? Cold-hearted, hi, how you doing? Welcome in. Send the love, send the hearts, peace, love, and light. Let me send y'all some hearts right back, because this is about energetic reciprocity. I reciprocate the hearts. I don't just wait for y'all to give me hearts. That's one thing I learned with TikTok. I get on here and I start tapping the screen, because that's how you all find me. Because when I tap the hearts, it's called engagement, and that engagement allows it to open up so that you all can find where I am on the live, so that you can find the destined coordinates or the energetic coordinates. Ashe, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. So like I said, everybody's in their own place and space. I could never tell anybody how to do it. I can only tell you what Spirit shows me. And if you really mean that you're ready for this, this ain't for the faint in heart. If you're really ready for it, you'll make the time and space, right? Like what Wrangler said earlier, we're in a time-space reality. So you who are the keepers of time, you have to keep the time, push the time, create the time, make the time, take the time. Don't let time take you. Take the time. We are co-creators with the divine. Make the time. The time is divine. And so you have to know how to maneuver through divine timing. Divine timing is not just about, oh my God, look how this happened. It must be divine timing. Divine timing is, do you know how to navigate divine time? Do you know how to navigate through time through the scope of divinity and not mankind? So this takes a very brave, courageous move when you're ready to do time pushing, right? And as I said, I've been doing it since 2023. And when it happened, it was like, oh my gosh, what is this? I thought it was just a one-time thing. I thought it was just a fluke. And then it happened again, like maybe 2 months later. And then maybe another, like it would happen kind of further in between, until it fell into the point where it was happening every month. That's what it's been now. I literally push time every month. And sometimes it has called me into doing it back to back. That's happened at least 2 or 3 times. I feel like I'm about to go into that right now, because I just came through pushing time, and I feel the call. I feel it calling us back into time pushing. And I don't even know how to tell you when you'll know. You'll know when you know. There's a certain way that Spirit just calls you in. For me, it's through my children. what I can say to you all, for some who may be wondering, well, how do I know if I'm time pushing? For one, it feels dysfunctional. That's what I was saying earlier. If you feel that you have just been going to bed at some really odd hours and it just feels like weird to the point where you feel dysfunctional, you may be being called into pushing time. If it's also around a certain type of, like, let's say, project that you have, like how I said I was cleaning, that's how I fell into it. If you're really focused, it was like a real focused cleaning, like we got to get this done. If there's something that you're doing, it may be cleaning, it may be some other kind of project, but you're dedicated and you're really dedicating to this. It could be something in your spirit, your soul. And if you notice that you're dedicating yourself to this to the point where it doesn't matter where you get sleep, to the point where it starts to look dysfunctional, then you may be being called into time pushing. Don't push back. Don't be like, well, I got to get back on track, so I got to make sure I go to bed at, because now you're going backwards. Go forward with it, right? So that's just some of the things you may be feeling. Some people may feel it in different ways. I can only explain to you the way I've experienced it and what I've noticed, how it comes about, right? And now, the way it comes up now is mainly through my children. Mainly through my children. I'll notice that they're, for some reason, they just start going to bed later and later, and then I'll realize, oh man, we pushing time. Like, sometimes, y'all, I don't be wanting to push time. I was like, I got things to do. But when spirit is ready to move with you, and when you have this, when this is your calling and your purpose, and spirit says, hey, it's time, that's divine timing. Let me explain that for those who want. That's what true divine timing feels like. Divine timing feels like it's not about your time, it's the divine time. And can you read the messages? Can you see when divine time is coming upon you? So a lot of times it happens like, man, I really don't want to do this right now. I got to do something else. But divine timing is saying no, now. Not when you feel like it. Not when you feel like being comfortable, right now. Divine timing is what guides you. Not your time, not man's kind, and not even your time. Right? You start to align your time with divine time. You become obedient with divine time. So when divine time calls you into something, some of you all light workers, you know what I'm talking about. You light warriors, it's time where spirit be calling you into doing a project, into doing something, into speaking to someone. And you're like, I really don't feel like doing that. But guess what? Universe is saying, I didn't ask you what you feel like doing. And if you forfeit doing what you're called into alignment to do, you pass up on an assignment, which means you also kind of step out of alignment, right? When you pass up on an assignment, you step out of your alignment. You're not as aligned when you pass on an assignment. So we have to be dedicated. We have to be dedicated light warriors of truth, or else you miss it. And it's not the end of the world. I'm simply giving it to you like it is. It's not the end of the world. But did you miss that divine coordinates? There's some destined coordinates that you are meant to be there at destined time. But when you do not go in on your assignment, you fall out of alignment and you miss those coordinates, if even by an inch. And so for that particular service, you've missed that. Will there be another time to come along? Yes. Will there be another opportunity? Yes, but it won't be like the opportunity you had at this particular time, in this particular way, in this particular space in time. So space and time, they go hand in hand, because time is space and space is time. So we have to be really, really mindful. Thank you for the hearts. Keep the hearts coming, because that is how they are going to find us, the light warriors, the soldiers of truth. So time pushing really takes self-discipline. It takes courage. It takes boldness. It takes patience, because you got to be willing to be patient with yourself. And through the time pushing, it brings up a lot. you really see certain things. You look around the earth, you see everybody. It opens your eyes. It's even a third eye activation, because you really start to see some things in people around you, because you're functioning on a different, I don't know why I'm hearing the word cortisone. I don't know. You just on a different cortisone, a different zone, in how you're dealing with people. You're seeing things differently. And when you do it, you're feeling yourself just really release some things. And that's why it helps for you to find your space in time. The most thing that I tell people that I get out of it is, at the end of the week, I literally can feel space expand. You can feel the expansion of space, which means you can feel the expansion of time. And because you have chosen to follow suit with divine timing and unwind that infinite lock of that Gregorian calendar to get out of it, the more you do it, the more you're just like, I got time. I got space. I am time. I am space. Like, I'm not just saying this, y'all. This is what you sign up for. This is when you step into this assignment and you're into this alignment and you're on that assignment, you find your space. You find your time. That's how I recognize, oh snap, we timekeepers. We keep the time. And then the spirit was like, duh. Because time slows down. Because of you, the way you're existing. Time has to slow down because of how you keep time. We keep it. Our bodies are vessels of time. Because as I said earlier, it's solid. The molecules are moving slower. It brings the speed of light. It slows down the speed of light. And I'm not saying it in a bad way, because that's how we exist in a manifestation. We come from spirit, and spirit is moving at such an a super speed of light. Spirit is the speed of light. That's that light body that flows through your spirit and into your physical body. So when we come into the body, we're coming from that God speed into the physical component of the body. And so the molecules got to slow down, because what did I say about the water earlier? Remember I said it's like a solid, water, and gas. And the molecules in the solid are moving a little bit slower to keep that formation. When it turns into a liquid, the molecules loosen a little bit. And you can flow more. It can move more. When it turns into a gas, the molecules loosen some more. And now, you moving. You moving with gas. You moving. Gases can move through and move faster than a solid. So you get back into that God body. That's what time pushing does. It helps you to remember. I'm not saying you're going to turn into gas. Right? But I'm saying you remember. It helps you to be a part of the remembering, and you remember. Oh my God, that Michael Jackson song. Every time I think about time pushing, and I'm like, Michael Jackson was ahead of his time. Do you remember the time? That is not like, I don't know if how deep Michael know. They had to take over his body. Whoever, listen, do you remember the time? We are here to be a part of the remembering. He's not just talking about love. He's talking about the love frequency. Do you remember the time when we were aligned in the love frequency, the unity frequency? He was calling us into the fifth dimension, y'all. I'll be damned. I told y'all I took that medicine today. I took that ayahuasca, and I got my blue lotus. Oh my gosh, this third eye finna be on 10 tonight when I'm sleeping. You see them light beams? You know, the beam, not you TikTok, because it ain't beaming through this camera. For some reason, through the YouTube camera, them light beams coming in like this. 1, 2. And it looked like that Blu-ray light. It looked like that Blu-ray light. That's that third eye popping, that indigo light. Do you remember the time? So the remembering is what we are here for. That he was already telling us about 5D, y'all. He was saying, do you remember that you are a timekeeper? Do you remember space and time? Do you remember time, space, reality? and that you are the reason that time slows down, because for you to exist, for us to exist in a physical form, time becomes time. The more we loosen out, right? Just to be in our solar system, let me put it that way. We live in a time-space reality here on Earth. This solar system is a part of time-space reality. The more we travel out, if we could, the more energy and essence goes out, the further realms that as it goes out, it goes from being time-space to space-time. There is a difference. It goes to being space-time reality, and space-time reality is space. When those molecules loosen up and we are out of time, we go out of time and into space. So those beings, those other beings, and in the galactic center and all that out there is existing in a space-time reality. We are existing in time-space because we are the time within space. Woo! Let me take a sip of this, sip some tea. My throat chakra is like, hold on, hold on. What y'all got to say? Let me see where y'all at. Who knows what I'm talking about? Is it just me? Who knows about you being a timekeeper? Drop it in the chat, timekeeper. Let me know what you know. Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. Let me know. Are you a timekeeper? Has anyone experienced time pushing? Now that you've heard me explain it, from what you all get from it, from what you all understand, has anyone felt themselves pushing time or being pulled into time? And does it resonate with you? Does it feel like, oh my God, I'm not really that dysfunctional. I'm being called into time pushing. I'm being called because you are the time machine. I'm telling y'all, we are the time machines. We are the time travelers. Ashe, Joanne says, I'm finally getting there. We are the time travelers. We don't gotta build no machine. You are the time machine. Y'all wanna know how? Say how if you want me to tell you how. You're gonna have to ask me. Let me know if you wanna know how. I'ma tell you. I'll show you how to go down the slide. Joanne say, how? Tell me. You want to know how we time travel? How we are the time traveling machines? Through our blood. We travel in time through the codes in our bloodline. And it's very convoluted, but it is our existence. Our blood tells the time through the dimensions in our mind. When we unlock certain codes, we travel back. We go back. We travel back through our ancestors, because the ancestors in time are the codes in our bloodline as well. We travel back. Ancestors are not just about the people that died before us, right? And when you do see them, know that they exist in a type of imprint. But when you do your soul work, that is a form of time traveling. When you do your soul work, you unlock certain codes. And when you unlock those codes, you go back in your bloodline. And then you bring it forward for you in the now moment. And it goes ahead of you to the future. You are moving through time. You are doing things in time. When we do things now, it is a ripple in time. We create ripples in time. Y'all heard of that movie, A Wrinkle in Time? Yeah, we be a wrinkle in time, a ripple in time. And what happens for those of you who do things, you transcend through things in this particular lifetime, you help in the bloodline send that code back into the bloodline, back, but not really back. I'm going to show you how it's going forward. But it helps that ancestor to unlock, that ancestor who's only existing in an imprint. Because what did I say earlier? There is no moving back. Time just keeps moving forward. So when we do that, we travel back in that way. And as it helps that ancestor, the ancestral code, which is in the blood, the retrieval codes in your DNA, it also ripples back forward. So far forward, it helps that ancestor. Tell me how to say this, Spirit. It assists that ancestor in their reincarnate life. For some of you, some of those ancestors already reincarnated back in this life. They're already somebody's baby or child somewhere else and are ready to go through their next soul unfolding journey, right? And so what happens is you help shift some things in the karmic imprint through the blood, right? This goes through the cosmic blueprint in the blood. And it sends that message like a ripple in time, fast forward to where those ancestors are now reincarnated as the ascendant in time. Right? Faithfully, you got what I'm saying. And then you bring it forward. So now through the blood, you are time traveling. You are doing certain works that is moving and pushing through time, going back and forth, back and forth. My spirit been calling me to watch that movie. Which one? The Wrinkle in Time? Thanks for the confirmation. You're welcome. We're welcome. Like the saying that someone has a old soul. Yes. That's why, because a lot of us, I know I'm one of the old souls. I know this ain't my first go around. For a lot of you, I'm going to just say it for all of you. Because if you found this channel, you on some type of frequency. If you found this channel, because it ain't easy to find me. That's why I say tap the hearts up to open it so that people can find the frequency. It's not for everybody. I'm speaking, when I say people, I'm talking about our soul tribe people. I'm talking about light warriors. I'm talking about the 144. So all of you here, this ain't your first go round. And I know most of you already know that. You've been here before. You are old soul. And that old soul is also coming through. Some of us are star seeds. I know I'm a star seed. And so you're coming back through. You're coming into this plane and existing through a particular bloodline. So yeah, old souls. Some of those people, when they come in, your great grandparent probably already is back here. I know my great grandmother is. That's how I know. That's how I could tell y'all what I'm telling y'all. She already done visit me. She already came back. And in the imprint, mind you now, remember, when these people come to you in the dreams, when they come to you, it is not them the way you think it's them. It is through codes, through memory codes. It's almost like what they call it, a hologram. It's almost like a hologram. Through memory codes, they're able to come through holographically. Right? It's like I joined the right time. Yes, you did. Come right on in. Come right on in. Not out, but in. Right? Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart, me. I just apologized to my friends and told them I didn't want to gossip anymore for them to. That's right, because that gossiping is not good for the third chakra. That's not good energy. It's not going to help. It hinders. Gossiping locks energy in. It does not free energy. Right? So, as I was saying, you tap into this bloodline and you're traveling through the bloodline just by you doing your soul work. This is time traveling. And so what I was saying was that ancestor is not them when you see them. It's an imprint. This holographic imprint that comes through because of the memory codes. This is why memory is very, very important. It's because of the memory codes and the soul synapses that has been happening. Right? And that allows them through this imprint that they have left behind and can exist more potently in you because you carry the blood. So more specifically, when you have family members come back, great-grands, great-great-grands, they're coming through this holographic vision, if you will, through the codes in your bloodline, through memories to activate. This is time travel. causing you to time travel. When you interact with them, you're traveling in time through the codes in your bloodline, because that's what the ancestor in time is. And so you get that code, you get that message, you get that code, and whatever you do for them, whatever you're fixing in your soul that untangles, let's say, a wound that you've been carrying, because you've been carrying ancestral wounds, which means it comes from them too. So when you heal you, you heal them in the ancestral realm. Not that they need healing. The healing is really a revelation, right? So you healed them. Healed, let me air quote this, because it's not healed the way we think. Keep in mind, when I'm saying certain things to you all, I'm speaking through a multi-dimensional complexity. This is not one-dimensional. Right? We in the 5th dimension. We got a couple of dimensions to be talking through. So it's not healed in the way that you think. Right? But it clears. Let's just say it clears. When you clear certain traumas and unhealed wounds that are in the bloodline, you clear that up, and you clear it up for them. And now you have just sent a ripple in time for it to come back forward to where they are now existing as somebody's child in a whole nother, family. And what does that mean? That means that what they've come, if you can imagine, when they come now as a child, just like all of us come, they come with certain karmic imprints from their past lives. And what they have not dealt with, they're having the opportunity to fix it in this lifetime, just like all of us, right? So what happens is, when you fix it, when you fix what you need to fix for you, that helps fix it for them. You help relieve something that they would have had to work on harder in the reincarnated lifetime that they came back. So because you've loosened that up for them, it's not that you got rid of it, but you've loosened it. So where they exist now, it changes the ripple in time. It changes the course a little bit of how they would have had to transcend it, which means there's challenges that they're going to have. Ashe? There's certain challenges that we all have. We all have challenges according to our karmic imprint, according to what we came here to transcend. That's the challenges you get. This is why we can't complain, right? Or gossip. Speaking of gossip, right? Just like how you were saying, no gossiping. Oh, I get it. You get it, Jawan? He's like, oh, I get it now. I get it. Good. Right? My sister, welcome in. Love and light continue to share the hearts. So it's like it clears it for them, sort of. Yes. Right? Trust me. So for those of you who are really interested in it, this is what we're going to be going deeper into in the retreat, in the ancestral retreat. So if this speaks to you, if this resonates with you and you want to know more, we're having the ancestral passage retreat in Jamaica the end of this month. Only 6 people. It's limited, it's small, it's intimate. So if it's really for you and you feel that call, you may want to tap into that, tune in to tune up, because this is what we're going to be going into in a deeper level, right? So yes, to answer what you were saying, it's like you clear it up for them. And that's what's happening for us. For us being reincarnated that have come back, know that there's some descendant in another bloodline, if they are a generational curse breaker, breaking certain things so that it frees up certain things in the bloodline that sends that message back to you through a ripple in time that helps alter or change the course of what you need to transcend in this particular time. So it's almost like, oh, I didn't get this right. So now you're going to have a soul unfolding journey that brings up the challenges to give you the opportunity to address this, right? And so what happens is, if the descendant loosened it up for them, they're not going to have such a strong challenge. The challenge is going to be a little less potent. They don't need such a hard course. It's almost like the challenge is going to go from hard to medium, or from hard to easy, or from medium to easy. it's gonna come with a little more ease, right? And that's why it pays for us to do the work, because we don't recognize how much we're sending this ripple in time back and forth for a true forward movement. All this is for forward movement of that soul. So even when that soul comes back, reincarnate and go back again, it's still moving forward, because it cycles back. It's cycling back on a next level to continue moving forward. Ashe? So let me see what some of you have said, if I miss anything. Are the ancestors still assisting us after they reincarnate into another family? Yes. Through the imprint, though. Through the imprint. Remember what I was saying. Whatever they leave behind, it's more like an imprint, an imprint in time within your bloodline. It's almost like, let me see if I can explain this like this. It's almost like your blood gives it the holograph or the hologram to exist, right? So that's why I said we can't be too attached to the person. It is a soul. It is just like all of us. We are an infinite soul, and we take up a body and we take up another existence in a bloodline. It becomes a part of us, but it's another, it's just another, we're infinite souls. So that ancestor, let's say great grandma, it's not her the way we think it's her. It is the imprint that is left behind and the codes that are in the blood. And those codes are still assisting us, right? The imprint that they're in is still assisting us according to how we allow it, how we tune in to tune up. That's why in our African cultures and so forth, they call it ancestor worshiping. They're not worshiping the ancestors. They're activating the codes, the retrieval codes in the blood. And that, knowing that imprint of what has been left behind of the ancestors works for the good, even though we got some, not so good imprints, but that's because they're walking around lost and they need help in the remembering. They need some of us light workers to remember that they are a soul, to remember what the soul existence is, that when we call on their name and we call on their existence, we call them into the light. So that's how they help us. The more you help, the more they can help you. The more you help you, the more you help them, the more they can help you. So it's like help for help. It's service for service. It is the law of Dharma at a multi-dimensional bloodline level, so to speak, right? Ashe. Let me see, is there anybody else? Ashe. Oh, what are ways to build a better connection to the ancestors? Ooh, this is what we're gonna be doing on the retreat. I'm so excited to be sharing that. But of course I could share a little bit here, because it's gonna go so deep in the retreat. If you really, really wanna tap in and open to that, message me about the retreat. And don't worry about not having the funds. Like you gotta trust the universe. If you got tax and you filed income tax, let that income tax fund trip, and don't worry about anything else. But anyhow, let me get to what you're saying. What are the ways to build a better connection with the ancestors? One of the ways is to be a part of the remembering, to remember them into the light, like what I was just saying. You can have an altar. People, like, you can have an altar. You can, this is just physical things, right? Physical things are just rituals that help you bridge the invisible into the visible. It's not like a seance. It's not like you're summoning the ancestors, but it is a type of summoning in a way. What you're summoning is the retrieval codes with you and their imprint. But yeah, you can make an altar. You can build an altar. You can put out, when you have the altar, put out things that you know that they liked. You can put out coffee. You can make coffee. There's something about coffee that I'm told that ancestors like. I've listened to this from real other ancestral people that actually do work with the ancestors in that way. They like coffee. So on your altar, put in a little, a little cup, a little something of coffee. Let it sit there. You can put water, a clear glass, like clear glass that you can see through. Put some water in it. That reminds me, I need to clear my glass. I need to redo my glass for my ancestor, for my dad. You can alcohol. You can also do alcohol like rum. Get some rum, put some rum in there. This is why alcohol is called spirits, y'all. It is definitely sometimes invoking the spirits. Ashe, right? Rashad said, oh, I get it. So faithfully, let me know if I've answered your question. Near, is it near? Yeah, let me know if I answered your question. Those are one of the ways that you can build better connection. Also, let's say if you had ancestors that did certain things that wasn't so good, take the time to honor the imprint of them and to speak of them highly, to only have good thoughts of positivity to help free them from whatever void they may be in, right? Some of them are souls that could possibly be trapped here. And again, I say this loosely because it's really like a hologram of themselves. They just have not integrated with themselves and to have the transition into where they need to go, because they keep longing for the earth, so they become earthbound. You really want to help. If you have any ancestors that are earthbound, those are the ones that you got to keep putting them in the light, right? One of the things that you can do to send them in the light is that glass water, put it there and then speak through that water. Speak, because remember, we're talking about memory codes, and water holds memory, and water translates, it's translucent, so to speak. So speak into that water and send them into the light, or speak light into them. Let them know that you forgive, that you love, and even though they're going to know it anyway, the ancestors know as soon as they transition over, they feel everything. So that's why when people are like, oh, I didn't get to say this, I didn't get to say that, that's neither here nor there, because now they know. The only difference is when you profess it, you who are still in the living, in the flesh, when you profess it, you give it power, right? Words have power. So you profess that, not because they don't know it, but because you are activating something and you're speaking into those codes. So faithfully, I answered it. Let me know if you got the answer. What about my 19-year-old daughter who passed away last year? Ooh, love and light. Love and light. Surround her in your love and light. And yes, she's in the ancestral realm. And if you feel her a lot, help her pass through time. Help her get through the passage of time. Speak to her. Things that you know that maybe she didn't know. Speak to her and allow her to speak to you. Allow her to show you some things. Don't hold them in grief. Like that I know it's hard because we grieve because it's a loss. But the more you look at them like, oh, they're just in the other room, and you talk to them a lot, you commune with them a lot, you're activating that connection between you and them. Feel them in your heart. Speak to her in your heart. Keep her memories alive. The more you remember her, the more you activate those memory codes, those memory cells, right? And not just to remember her. Don't remember, you can't take it too personal. She is a soul who was in someone else's lifetime before you, right? So respect her multi-dimensional self. Give thanks for the time that she has spent with you. Thank her for choosing to come through you as a vessel, right? And do your work so that it can help her still. Throat is saying, take a sip of that lotus. Oh, and it's still warm, y'all. It's still warm. Oh, spirit just got me moving right now. Like, this third eye is popping. It's popping. Hold on, y'all. I gotta move this puzzle out the way so I can get back to the live. They give me this puzzle after a while. I gotta do this puzzle. I don't know how many of y'all been seeing this puzzle if you do any lives, but I got to do the puzzle. I gotta play the puzzle game. Come on, it's gonna give me another one. So yeah, this is why pushing time. I done went from pushing time to talking about the ancestors in time, right? But you got it. True peace, love, and light. Welcome to. Thank you for those who are here. And oh, I'm seeing 32. Blue 32. Blue light ray. Blue 32. 3 is the creative. Okay, there we go. It moved out of my way. Creative completion. Okay, I got it. I got it now. Okay, you got it, Joanne. You love it. Like it, I love it. Right, so let me know, Near. Let me see. I'm scrolling down. Okay, Near said yes. I did answer it. Thank you. I got to catch up to the comments now, so give me a moment. Can I use nature as an altar? Oh, of course. I think nature is the best altar, right? Because the altar is really for us, but nature is the best altar. You can speak life. You can sit with the tree. You can make the tree your meeting spot for your ancestors. Believe me, they will meet you there. I'll meet you there. Wherever you are, they'll meet you there, and they shall appear. Whether you can see them or not, they're with you. I do with my mom. Okay, Joanne says I do with my mom. Yes, do all of that. You speak to her. I do it with my dad. For me, it's like my dad just in the other room. You know, and I love when he visits me in dreams. Like, and I know that that is the apparition, so to speak, or the imprint that is speaking through my bloodline. And when he's there, I'm like, hey, you know, and it comes and they're giving you messages and they're letting you know what's happening, what's going on. They let you know I'm here for you, but understand that that's like saying you're here for you. Because we're keepers of the time. As a timekeeper, I'm now holding the time for my ancestors. I'm the timekeeper for them. I'm the one that's looking at divine timing and keeping that for them. Ashe? Wow, smart and beautiful God. Well, welcome. Thank you, Damon. Thank you. Right back at you. It takes one to know one. You must be smart and beautiful too. Yes, I had to before. Okay, what did you have to do, Joanne? What you had to do before? The puzzles. They are very irritating, right? When you get when they give it to you in puzzles, it's like, oh my God, like, can I get a clear message? Sometimes, y'all, we got to ask for clear, concise messages. I'm saying. You got to just be blunt. Clear, concise message. Clear, concise message. Please give me a clear, concise message. I don't have time to take apart the puzzles right now or put them together, right? We send you guys books here and the website, author of the books. You do? You send books? Please let me know. Email me at akilatextry@gmail.com. Oh, can we send you guys books here? Yes, send me books. Yes, send me. I don't have a website. Now, that's another hint. It's like you giving me where, like, okay, all right, I got it, Spirit. I need to get the website up. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I don't have a website. However, you can send it to me through my email. Email me at akilatextry@gmail.com. That's AKILAHTEXTRI@gmail.com. And if you're looking for a 5D calendar, you can utilize that same email. If you're Zelling me, you can Zell me the payment for the calendar. You can Zell me, email me. I'll give you the information. If you want a one-on-one, anything you want or you need, you can catch me. You can find me through that email. If you want to inquire about the retreat that's coming up, Ancestral Retreat, email me for that as well. If you want a natal chart reading, email me as well. If you want a one-on-one, spiritual guidance one-on-one into the 5th dimension, maybe 5D is new to you. I'm also a 5D pioneer. And I do energy work. I'm an energy alchemist. Overall, I'm an energy alchemist. I alchemize energy That's how I get this energy, this information that I got for you. Yeah, that too, energy. I got that energy. So that's how I get this information, just by alchemizing the soul work, the shadow work, the soul excavation. And the more I do it, the more I open that book of life within. All these answers that I'm giving you is inside of all of you. You just have to fine tune yourself. We have to tune in to tune up so we can be attuned to the frequencies. Ashe? Can we link the books in your community or post here in post area? Yeah, fine. Sure, I like sharing information. Go ahead. Link it right here. Link it for me. You gonna make it easier for me. Thank you. Just drop the link. Right? Let me see what else we got. Yes. Asheo, Asheo. Where all my Ashes at? Timekeeper is a beautiful way to put it. Yes, and you know what? I want to change my calendar to being, instead of 5D calendar, to calling it 5D timekeeper. I think this is the third one I did. I think this is the last one I'm going to call calendar. I may say it to you all just so people understand what I'm talking about if I say I got these calendars, but it's really a timekeeper, because it is helping us to keep time according to the true timeline. And reason being is because the word Calend means taxes. When they made the calendar, the Gregorian calendar, the Julian calendar, all of these, when they made the calendar, it was according to taxes. That's why it begins in January. January is when they began taxes. That is when they have to come in and sign up for their taxes. And so that's why we file taxes when? In January. So Calend is taxes. So when we're doing so look at that. We all orchestrate our time around taxes, so that they can tax you, so they can keep track of the taxes in time by tying time to taxes. And this is why that is not the new year. The true new year is in spring, not in the middle of winter. And you'll see that on the 5D calendar. If any of you get it. Oh, I happen to have one with me. I forgot I was at an event. So for those of you who haven't seen it, this is the 5D calendar. Get them at a 5D corner near you. Right? We just got them fresh for the new year of spring. So they're fresh and ready. And this is what it looks like. All right? Show both cameras. Right? This is the first month beginning in spring. When is spring? Aries. The first month, according to the cosmos, is Aries. All right? So this just giving you a little sneak peek view, right? How we move through time. And I've explained it a little bit before. I'll probably do another video speaking just about this. But this is really, it's called a shift in time. A shift in time. A shift in time. Return to Kemet. 2018 is 2026. We are really in 2018. We are returning to Kemet. You see the pyramids? Because I'm Kemetically inclined. And that's how I got the downloads and the messages and how to orchestrate this calendar, by really finding the divine codes in time through numerology, through divine numerology. And like I said, all of this opens up to you when you tap into your soul work, but you got to really mean it, right? Do you have a YouTube? Yes, I do, Nair. That's who I'm talking to right now. You and YouTube. And the person who wants to send us a book on YouTube, they're talking to me through YouTube. So yes, put the link in. I would greatly appreciate it. And you can post it, or maybe I can get it and post it as well, so that others can see it. Right? Near said, damn. Why you said damn, Near? What happened? Discussing messages from the ancestors in a 5D calendar. Ask a question. What? Not AI telling y'all to ask a question. Near said, damn. What's the damn? I'm curious now. What's the damn for? The water just broke. We broke the dam. Damn. Right? It's that serious. So this is why time pushing, what I'm doing, and I'm sharing it with you all. Like I said, I'm going to see if I could put an ebook together so that more people can understand how to push time, what it looks like, how to tailor it to you and your family. And yes, the children all play an important part of this, right? Oh, you said I was spitting gems. I'm telling you, it's this third eye activation I done had. I mean, I'm already sharp in my third eye. And I done went to this meditation and took some indigenous medicine. And it's just like, whew. When I say I was feeling it, my whole upper chakras was like, boom. Like the girl in front of me said she felt it. Like my energy just went out. As soon as I took the hit of it, it kicked out. And my heart chakra, everything just went, and she felt it energetically. And then I could feel everything going straight up to the crown, shooting out my crown. Right? Thank you for the hundreds, for the likes, the gifts, everything that you're giving. I appreciate it. Thank you for those of you who came through. So, like I said, the time pushing, it's not for everybody. It looks crazy when I'm doing it. So, psychedelic was... It's called Hape. I don't know how many of you have heard of it, but it's called Hape. And so she administers it. It's a shaman, and she's a shaman, and she administers it to us. And I think in this particular one, this is the second time I had it done. In this particular one, she had a little bit of ayahuasca in it. So y'all know that's considered a kind of psychedelic. Just lightly, a little bit of it, right? I use it in the mornings. Oh, okay. So you're familiar with Hape. All right, Lotus. Come with it. Right? Let me see what you're saying on the YouTube. Celestial, we posted it. We posted the link in the community. Okay. So others can also access the same. Thank you. I appreciate it. Can we send you guys books here and a website? Can you tell me what... I forgot. I didn't even think to ask that, but I'm just for supporting as well. But can you tell me what kind of book it is, please? So I can even let the TikTokers know who may want to check it out on YouTube. Let me know what kind of book it is. Please, por favor. Por favor. Please. So the time pushing is, like I said, it's not for everybody, but for those who are really pushing the timelines, and a lot of us are, because the old timelines are crashing, collapsing. It is no more. And the more we move out of those old timelines, the more you do it in a way where you're aligned with your soul work, it's like the universe just suctions you out of the matrix, out of the false matrix, because there is a divine matrix. This convoluted universe is a divine matrix. Just like what I explained to you all about the ancestors. It's a divine matrix. Oh, you do it to meditate. That's why they did it. They had it for our group meditation. So to help have you even more relaxed or more in tuned into the meditation. It was definitely a part of our meditation ensemble. Right? They are science books. Okay. Weird science. Weird science. I just showed my age, right? Those of you who around my age, I know you know what that is. Weird science. So, yeah, science books. I'm into science. I love it because science explains the existence of the divine. Not everything, because science don't have all the answers. There's some things that science don't have, and those scientists like to debunk God, but it goes hand in hand. There's no separation. Without spirit, there will be no science to even explain it, right? And that mankind just has to understand we're not gonna know everything, y'all. We gotta stop trying to know everything. The wisest man knows he knows nothing at all. Therefore, whatever he knows is treasured at all times. You truly have wisdom when you know, I don't know it, and I don't need to know it. I'm not going to know everything. And trusting that in due time, what needs to be known will be shown. So science, you're not going to have the answers to everything, but we got to respect science because it explains a lot. Like I always tell people, like, quick example, the Weather Channel, right? Without weather, which is science, right? Understanding the climate, what do they call it? Meteorology. Without the study of the climate, you wouldn't know why it rained, when it rained, how it rained. You wouldn't understand precipitation, any of that. And so previously, it's like we would have to go by what we understand in when it happens. But science gives you the explanation. With or without science, it's gonna exist. And even without meteorology and science, our indigenous people knows how to read the science of times. That's called omniscience, right? So they are able to read that, and they know. They don't need to read the weather to know it's going to rain. They can look up, they can look at the type of direction, they can look at the clouds and look at the way things are going and be like, oh, it's going to be some rain today. Sometimes they can tell by the way the nature is moving, the way the animals are moving. They know it's going to be a storm. We need to get out the way. So they know how to read evidence, or what we call science, in other ways. But science, all it does is explains the unexplainable in the divine world, in the divine realm. That's why we can't knock each other. We can't knock science, right? So pushing time and what I'm talking about, it's hard to find a science behind it, because this is just something you feel. This is when you're so in tune with you. You understand what is true and not just real. You are pushing time to push your dimensional timelines in your mind. You're pushing time to help shift the timelines that we're shifting into the fifth dimension. And you're pushing time to get out of the infinite locks. To me, that's the most important thing. The main thing I say, if I just have to simplify it, is I tell people it's helping you to get out of the infinite lock and into infinite access. And so every time you do it, you dialing back, another day back, shaving back another day out of the infinite lock, right? Coming from that 2026 more into 2018, right? I've been doing it since what, 2023? So by now, let me see, 2023, that's 3 years, that's let's say 3 times 12, 36, right? If I was to look at it like that. I just shaved off 36 days off of the year. I got a lot more to go. So I'm probably going to be pushing time for the rest of my life, shaving back time. Right? And this is not just for shits and giggles. This is definitely an activity. This is an active activity that is helping you unlock codes in you. Remember what I said about the memory codes. As you unlock, you're loosening the molecules, you're opening the memory codes and allowing for retrieval, code retrieval and access through the ancestral realm that is guiding you through the bloodline. Ashe? So, that was time pushing. Faithfully, y'all get it? Y'all understand? Let me find out from y'all. How do y'all feel about time pushing right now? You know, is it something you feel that you could do? Is it something that you feel that you have been called into? That's what I would like to. Has anyone been feeling called into time pushing? Oh, you subscribe? Thank you, Near. Oh, you right there, right now. I knew I saw another person entering the room. It's like, wait a minute, that's you, Near. Near so divine. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the Divine Energy channel. Celestial Earth Divine Energy. And when we all come together, it's divine synergy. Ashe, ashe. So I said I was gonna share it with y'all, and I did. I did. And let me see. I can share some of what I shared. Let me give y'all some sounds. I'm gonna do a little sound, breaking up some sound and sharing. What I'm gonna do is give y'all a heart blessing. As a Reiki master, that's what I did. I gave everybody Reiki. So I'm gonna go ahead and share that. So if you all just want to take some of that essence in right now, this get you some of this that I got, you know, some of this high that I got, this high vibe that I got, right? Yes, well, it's not a sound bowl, it's tinctures. These are my little tinctures. So we're going to do a little sound. I'm going to tincture y'all right now. And I'm going to instruct you to take a deep breath. I'm going to do it 3 times. So let's just take a deep breath, honoring time and space, honoring ourselves as timekeepers, honoring ourselves as time travelers and time pushers. And for those who are opening up to this, let it resonate with them wherever it may, however it shall. So it shall be, Ashe and Ashe. Let them be open vessels to the time that they exist in. Let us be open to the ancestors in time as they move through the codes in our bloodline, remembering our souls incline. Ashe. And so with this, we just want to take a deep breath and release anything that we need to let go that has not served us. Releasing any fear, guilt, shame, grief, any feelings of unforgiveness in particular, because we want to give love forward. This is the practice of giving love forward. So let's take a deep breath, releasing all that you've heard me mention. Deep breath in through the nose and out. Feeling your muscles relax, your shoulders, your jaw, anywhere where you're holding any tension. Let's take another deep breath, breathing in all that is for your highest good. And release. Feeling more relaxed in your muscles, letting go of any tension, any anxiety, all the worries of the world, of the family, just release, letting it go. And take one more deep breath for this connection. Imagine yourself crossing that bridge from the physical into the spiritual. Now see your heart opening. See your heart spinning, that green light that is spinning. And as it opens, this is your energetic body. And as it opens, see all the light energy and information that is coming through to penetrate through your crown, moving through your core all the way to your root and into the ground. Like a cosmic injection. And as it does, you feel the hearts opening, allowing this to move through with clarity as a conduit of light that you are. Feel the energetic flush through your crown and out your root into the earth. And see that green light spinning at whatever pace is comfortable for you. This is your heart chakra. See it expanding beyond measure, with a little faint of pink in the middle, keeping the center, keeping the coil, because there's a link in the pink through it all. And with that, I'm going to now give you a blessing, a Reiki blessing, a heart blessing. So for those who are ready to receive, you can either have your hands in the mudras, palms up, ready to receive, or you can place your hands over your heart, left hand over your right, and just take deep breaths as I Om. Okay. Om. Again. My heart to yours. Namaste. Ashe, Ashe. And I'll share with you all the sound. Being in that place of peace, continue to take slow, deep breaths, and I'll tell you when to take a deep breath. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. One more time. Sealing it up. Deep breath. And from my heart to yours, namaste, ashe, ashe, ashe. May that sit with you. May that peace be with you. Calling into yourself peace, love, light, truth, power. It is time. It is time to step into your divine time. It is time to step into your alignment. It is time to set your energetic boundaries. Everything that you've been feeling that has been zero tolerance is for a reason. You're not picky. You're holding boundaries. You're keeping boundaries. Honor that. It is time to authenticate the vibratory field. No more seeds of inauthenticity. No more seeds of inauthenticity. No more seeds of inauthenticity by those unhealed wounds, those carriers of unhealed wounds, and even some of us that still have some unhealed wounds. We commit to finding those unhealed wounds deep in our subconscious to bring it to the light of consciousness in our soul, amplifying our light quotient and keeping you in the omnipotence of the divine. Ashe and Ashe. I felt really good, well needed. Oh, you're welcome, Jawan. Nair said, you are the real deal. I'm always real and true. I'm so real that I'm true. Because true is more than real. But I like that. The real deal. I take it, I accept it, I receive. And it takes one to know one. Real, recognize real. Not a lot of people do that. A lot of people see me in pass and they just think, oh, she's simple. And they don't know it's a whole, I'm a whole quantum priestess. I own that. I honor that. I know that. And I invite all of you to call yourselves into your higher self. Call yourself. If you don't know what that name is yet, sit in meditation and ask yourself, who am I? What is my cosmic ID? What is my spiritual identity? Clear that solar plexus from all those other man-made, labels. That's not the true you. Who am I? What did you come here to do? And to give you a hint as to how to find it, ask yourself, what is it that you do effortlessly? Like, what is just you? What is it that what is you and what is it that you do? Right? And that's how, for me, my first cosmic ID name was Conscious Chakra. Because why? I am consciousness. I embody the consciousness. We're all consciousness, but I really embody that consciousness. And what is it that I do? I work on the energy centers. That's how I alchemize energy. I move through the energy centers, the chakras. So what is it that you do? Who are you and what do you do? Celestial Earth was my next thing. That's who I am right now. I became that next level, Celestial Earth. Who are you? I am celestial. I'm all up in the celestials, and I bring it from the celestials into the earth. I channel that down. I get my downloads. I remember that the cosmos in me, I'm every bit of every star. I come from the stardust and here, as we all are. So what do you do? Ashe? That's just to help some of y'all find out your spiritual gifts. And that's why I own that quantum priestess. I had to really own that. Like, me? Who? A priestess? Yes, you. Royal dynasty. Royal tribes, I should say. Quantum leaping, pushing timelines, jumping timelines quantumly. Therefore, I'm a quantum priestess. You know, I never said that here before. I'm actually saying that out loud to y'all. Like, it must be that medicine, y'all. Like, y'all got me live right now. Y'all got me all the way live right now. Right? I'm in it to win it. And you're welcome. Everyone who received this, you're welcome. Be at peace. Sleep in peace. Be in rest. And I don't mean sleep. I mean rest. Reflect to elevate, to shift, and transcend. Allow yourself to rest. Ashe? Ashe. So, I'm glad I could share that with y'all. I'm going to go have this salad because I'm in this detox. So, before I go, I'm reminding you all, I'm very accessible. You can reach me at akilahtextry@gmail.com, AKILAHTEXTRI. And if the ancestral part really spoke to you, then you may want to tap in to this ancestral retreat. So as a reminder, just letting you all know what I have for you, 5D calendars. If you want to help get off that old timeline, this is a tool that's going to help you to do it. It's not the only way, it's not the only calendar, but it is a true timeline calendar. So if this is for you, you can reach out to me for that. If you need a natal chart reading, because that's your blueprint, that's your nativity scene, to help get a better understanding of who you are here to be from the cosmos to here, you're going to want to know your natal chart. So I do that with you one-on-ones into the 5th dimension if you want to understand more of what do I do? What do I need to transcend? How do I find my karmic patterns in life? Things like that. If that's for you, email me. I offer, all of this. I do all of this for free, like giving all this information that you could see. I know some of y'all know it's priceless. I could be charging so much for what I'm sharing right here, but it's not about the money. It's about the energetic reciprocity, right? And for some people, they may need to pay. That's a lesson for a whole nother day. So I just wanted to share that with you all. Am I leaving anything out, Spirit? Calendars, one-on-ones, natal charts, workshops. I do workshops. The next one coming up, the next moon chakra workshop, is going to be with the next full moon in June. I do them quarterly, so you can look out for those. But the retreat, the thing that's coming up right now is the retreat. And I highly suggest anyone who really felt the ancestral part of this and you want to know more and you want to tie in deeper, you're going to really want to be a part of the retreat. And remember, it's first come, first serve. Whoever gets the deposit is 6 people. But I really have 2. I have 2 that are officially paid, ready to go, that are paying, put down their deposit and ready to go. And so there's 4 more available. So tap in if this is for you, right? Is your email in your link in your bio? No, but I need to do that. I do need to do that. If anyone here can put that in right now for me, I'm going to say it again. And if someone can type that, one of you type fasters, type it so someone can see it. It's akilahtextry@gmail.com. AKILAHTEX, like X, TRI @gmail.com. @gmail.com. All right. So if someone can put that in the chat so others could see it, because I know sometimes it helps when someone puts it there. But I do put it in my videos. A lot of times I put it in my videos. So if you come up to a video, especially where I'm talking about um, the detox, the detach video, that's one of the most recent ones. So if you look at that video, it has the email in there. All right. Let me see. Is that? Yes. Thank you, Nair. That's correct. AKILAHTEXTRI. That's it. Got it. So there it is for anybody. Nair put it in there in the group. And as I said, detox to detach. That reminds me we're doing the detox to detach right now. And that's really helpful with, you'll see. I don't even want to go too deep into it. Watch the video if you get a chance to. I did the video on detox to detach. Tomorrow we're going to meet online. We started yesterday. I did a video. I did an opening video about it on Sunday, explaining what it is and inviting everyone into it. So we started yesterday. We're going to meet officially tomorrow, where I can pull up the chart and explain certain things to you so you can understand how the cravings are your emotions, and that when you face the emotion, the cravings subside. All right. And it's not all about food, but we'll go into more of how it's helping us to detach and depersonalize as we're shifting through these frequencies. And it's going to help you calibrate your nervous system, because our nervous system is calibrating with everything that's going on. Ashe? So detox or detach, y'all. I got my salad right here. I'm eating nothing but live food and giving the body a break from having to break down any foods, any meats, any carbs, any sweets. None of that. Ashe? All right. Any questions? Any more questions before we go? Thank you all for your presence. It's greatly appreciated. I'm glad you were able to get the mini meditation that I was able to share with you. So faithfully, you'll have a nice sound sleep like I'm about to have after this medicine. Right? Just in time, because I just saw the battery say low cell. Who is low cell? Right? Till next time. Yes, Joanne. Till we see each other again. A spiritual talk on the findings of your cosmic identity. AI, you late. We already did that. But thank you. Appreciate it. I'm sending many, many hearts to all of you. That's me tapping it up right now. All them hearts, that's for you. So sending you all in love and light. Enjoy the rest of your night as your souls take flight. Ashe-yo. Ashe. Thank you for those who came in on YouTube as well. I appreciate it. I appreciate love what you bring to the table. Thank you for the books. It is well.